Welcome, Divya. Welcome to the podcast. How are you?
Thank
How
you,
are
ma'am.
you today?
I'm good. How about you?
I am great. So, पहले सबसे the first question that I ask every student is you have to introduce yourself without telling your name or where you're from. You have to give a very creative introduction.
Okay. Okay. I guess I am that person who is really curious, but at the same time enjoys an alone time in silence as well. So I guess that's about me.
Okay, interesting. And what are your hobbies, Divya?
My hobbies are I really love sketching and painting, reading books, and I love listening to music and watching movies and observing the way people act as well in the movies and what makes the movies really good or bad or whatever they are and how people enjoy them. So that's these are my hobbies.
Very cool. So, about design, talking about design, how did you decide that you should maybe think about a career in design?
Okay, so basically, when I was after my seventh grade, I joined a new school and it was like a complete Gurukul school. But there was one thing I really enjoyed there, which was my drawing class.
Hmm.
So, there is this NID teaching faculty who used to take drawing classes for us, and it was like really good because we learned still life, we learned different aspects which they already teach in the first year of bachelor's in design, and I thought that's really amazing. So that's where I learned that drawing it doesn't only have to belong to fine arts, but there's something more as well. And design includes creative thinking and problem solving, which I think is kind of interesting because uh, my curious mind it serves all those needs. So I think that is one thing which excited me, and I got to know about this career option from him itself. So he said, if not fine arts, then this is also an option. So yeah.
Wonderful. So NID came in from that faculty, right? And
Yes.
let's say if you get an opportunity to go into a college like NID, which department would you choose?
I think I would mostly choose a bachelor's in product designing or communication designing, one of the two.
Hmm. So what is the reason for that?
I think the first reason for choosing bachelor's in product designing would be hands-on experience related to creating new things. For example, everything around us is actually a product, and without a specific product, I don't think we can live easily. For example, a toothbrush. Designing a perfect toothbrush is also very important because without brushing our teeth to begin with in the morning, I don't think we can spend our day really comfortably or that well. So I think product designing is quite interesting. Yeah, that is the first reason. And if I have to talk about communication design, like for example, a part of communication designing is logos and then branding as well. So like communication designing, I according to me forms like a structure for other things like marketing or the shops we see around. It has something related to communication designing. And if we see luxury brands like Gucci or Sabyasachi and all that, I think it's like a major, it plays a major role. And I think learning and then being a part of exploring this aspect, I think it's really nice.
Okay, interesting. Uh, if I have to ask you about the design of India, let's say you belong to Bangalore. If you have to talk about the design of the city, what do you think? How is the design of Bangalore?
I think in the olden days, Bangalore, the design of Bangalore was really amazing because at a point of time it was called City of Lakes. Even though most of them were man-made, it was a really beautiful city and it was really calm. And even the weather, like it's known for its weather. So I think it's amazing. But these days, because of the IT companies emerging and like really, really tall skyscrapers emerging, I think it's kind of not nice because uh, Bangalore is not the same anymore. Even the weather is changing, and now from the city of lakes, people call it the city of tankers because we don't have enough water. And I think it's becoming a meme right now.
Yeah.
So I think the plan of the city is really good, but the way they're managing people who are coming into Bangalore is not that great. So if that is taken care of, I think Bangalore is still a pretty amazing city.
Amazing. That's wonderful. Coming back to NID, you've given the first round of NID. So
Yes.
I want to know from a person who's first hand experience you have of the entrance of 2023 December.
Yes.
You tell me some insights from your perspective that maybe not a lot of students know about the entrance exam. What is the difference between preparation and the real actual exam day?
Okay. So I had a reference like with the help of you, but the actual reality is NID is very unpredictable. This is like a common opinion about everyone, and it's actually true. Because when I went there, I thought the GAT part, which is general aptitude part, and the creative aptitude part, I thought they would be equally balanced. That was my expectation, but the exact opposite happened. Even though my strength is in the creative aptitude part, I couldn't manage it that well because it was very lengthy compared to what I thought would actually come in the exam.
Hmm.
So I think handling whatever might appear in the exam is one thing you need to keep in mind. And looking like paying attention to what others are doing, or doing like looking at their ideas and comparing it to what you are doing in the exam is one thing that no student should do, because I had such an experience and I think it actually affected my result as well. So that is one thing I would like to share. And the other thing is that when you're preparing, what my father has taught me is that do not focus on the result. Just focus on your goal. And result is dependent on the examiner. Just leave it to the examiner. And you put in the 100% efforts you can. This is what he has taught me. So I would like to share that with all the aspirants who are planning to get into NID.
Lovely. This year's paper was different indeed. If we have to compare, like if the previous year or generally the pattern, the layout of the paper was very different this time. They
Yes.
had they had made it similar to the master's paper.
Oh,
Generally, the master's papers of NID are sort of one question is sort of broken down into two different parts, and you have different marks and different weightages for all of them. This layout was new for bachelors. That's the reason it became very lengthy, and that's the challenge that they put forth students. They really wanted to see if you can really go inside the question. Let's also talk about UCEED. How was your UCEED exam?
I think my UCEED exam was comparatively like way better than NID, because NID was the first entrance exam I had given and I didn't have like good experience with it. But UCEED was comparatively better because I'd already given an entrance exam and this was computer based, whereas NID was not that way. We had an OMR sheet and we had to fill it. So UCEED was like pretty good because it had a fixed time limit for each section. Like the GAT part had 2 hours and the CAT part had 1 hour. So it was kind of easier because it gave us an opportunity to already manage our time.
Hmm.
So I think UCEED was better.
Right.
And UCEED, it was mostly based on the pattern that was available previously. I guess only like one or two changes were made.
All right. So, talking about the entire preparation time, I think you prepared with us for 3 to 4 months, and we had a lot of classes, lot of discussions. I
Yes.
got to know your personality. I got to look at your work and your improvements. So, what was your favorite topic when we were learning, when we were preparing?
My favorite topic was the situation part, where I actually have to imagine the situation and then put it out on the paper. Even though that was my weakness, I kind of enjoyed it because I think that gave me a chance to work on my weakness. So that was one thing I really liked. And another thing that I actually improved on after joining your class was related to poster making and all that. So when I previously used to attempt poster making questions, I used to just scribble something on the paper and make it look attractive. And the truth was, it was not that attractive because there were too many elements on the poster. But once I joined your class, I understood that uh, people's eye goes on only one thing that is important. And if that is not present in the poster, there's no use of the poster. They'll just ignore it and move on. So these are the two things that I actually enjoy.
Okay, my last question to you, Divya, is how would you define this entire preparation journey in one word?
I would define it as roller coaster.
Definitely, it is a
Yeah.
roller coaster.
And even you were a really big support for me. You and sir really helped me a lot to be where I am right now. Even if I didn't clear NID, I cleared UCEED, which is actually a big thing in the first go. So thanks a lot. Yeah, this is what the journey was like as a summary.
Wonderful, wonderful. I really hope that you get your dream design college soon.
Yeah,
I want to see Divya become a amazing designer and open her dream cafe. Uh,
I hope so.
Lovely. Thank you, Divya.
Thank you, ma'am.